If you think things are expensive now, well then I got some news for you. Buckle up, baby, because everyday essentials are getting pricier by the second due to many factors, including good old-fashioned corporate price gouging. But the current administration isn't making things any easier with its newly implemented policies and executive orders, all those tariffs. And even if those go away, inflation has been going up ever since this new guy took office too. So because you weren't having a bad enough day already, here are 11 things that are affordable for now, but might not be much sooner than we think. Number 1, fast food. Remember when hitting up a drive-thru was a cheap option? Remember dollar menus and party packs? Well, in the immortal words of Whitney Houston, that's history.
That's history.
Fast food prices have skyrocketed by an average of 60% from 2014 to 2024. And at some establishments, prices have gone up by 100% in that time. Looking at you, McDonald's. Throw in more inflation and what tariffs are likely to do to food prices, and it won't be long before a Big Mac costs as much as a jar of caviar. Number 2, grocery staples. While we're on this trip down memory lane, remember when eggs were a cheap source of protein anyone could afford? Oh. Sorry, I got lost staring into the abyss. Anyway, all groceries are pricey enough nowadays, but with tariffs, they'll probably start hurting a lot more. Why? Well, we get almost half of our fruit and more than 60% of our vegetables from Mexico, including 90% of our avocados. So guacamole? That's going to be more for the private jet set soon enough. Number 3, fast fashion. Cheap, trendy clothes? Probably not for long. Brands like Shein, who manufacture most of their products in China, have already raised prices. And again, with tariffs on imports, expect fast fashion to get a whole lot slower and more expensive. Number 4, vacations. Middle-class folks used to be able to reasonably count on affording an annual vacation in the past, even if it was just a trip to a national park or to visit grandparents in another state. Now, plane tickets and hotel costs are climbing fast, and with looming economic uncertainty, people may be more hesitant to take extended time off work. So your next vacay might be sitting around your house with your existential dread rather than a trip to the tropics. Number 5, TVs and streaming. Oh, cable TV, we were so naive we didn't know how good we had it. Now we have to pay for half a dozen or more streaming services to keep up, and they keep hiking prices. But guess what else is going to start impacting your TV viewing? Yep, tariffs, because Mexico leads production in flat screen TVs. So if you're in the market for a new television, I'd turn this video off and go buy one right now. Number 6, cars. Now, buying a car is a nightmare in the best of times, but nowadays, hold on to your hats. New cars average $48,000, and used cars are also hugely inflated, in part because new cars are so expensive. But guess what? Car manufacturing is an integrated process between the US, Canada, and Mexico, the 2 places we're adding tariffs to. So experts say American brand cars could go up by another $2,700 on average. Cool. Number 7, gas. A major proportion of crude oil sent to US refineries comes from Canada, and you can probably see where this is going. Tariffs on Canadian energy products could cause gas prices to go up by 10 or 20 cents a gallon. So, have fun with that. Number 8, electronics. Now listen to me, do everything you can in your power to not drop and shatter your phone, because phones, laptops, tablets are likely to get way more expensive. A 10% tariff on Chinese goods could cost US households an extra $800 per year on average. So buy a phone case, like yesterday. Number 9, childcare. Now, the childcare crisis in the US is nothing new. Childcare costs have more than tripled since the 90s, and wages have nowhere near kept up with that pace. But not only are they still going up, they're going up faster than inflation, which you might have heard the US has had a bit of a problem with in recent years. And it's increasing again. So tell those freeloading kids of yours to get a job, I guess. Number 10, housing. This is certainly nothing new either. Housing hasn't been affordable since basically the Great Recession. But good news, much of our lumber and the components found in drywall mainly come from Canada and Mexico. And you know what that means. So if you were hoping to buy a new house in the coming years, I might stay put where you are and let daydreams about what it might be like if we'd voted for the candidate who had an actual plan to help homebuyers keep you warm on these chilly winter into spring nights. And finally, number 11, medical care. Healthcare costs are expected to hit $1.5 trillion in private coverage alone, and with ever fewer insurance companies controlling the market, prices will only keep rising. Pair that with skyrocketing costs for medication, and it seems as though we're heading for a bit of a healthcare crisis. Any way you slice it, the middle class is being squeezed, and if things keep going in their current direction, affordable might become a thing of the past. What can I say? Elections have consequences. May the odds be ever in your favor. Are we great yet?